Being a stay-at-home mom is far harder than most people imagine. Just when she's about to take a bite of food, the baby starts crying. With no other choice, she pours hot water over her rice and eats while holding the child in her arms. She even has to carry the baby with her to the bathroom. Yet her husband still complains about her. After holding the baby for so long every day, she's developed chronic pain in her arms. The light at home has been broken for ages and her husband hasn't fixed it. Yet he happily handles repairs at work without a problem. Walking down the street, watching the vibrant college girls pass by, Lisa can't help but feel envious. But the girls beside her give her strange looks. Only then does she realize her hair is greasy. She's wearing a pair of worn-out flip-flops. And even worse, there are dried milk stains on her shirt. No matter how hard she tries to rub them off with a bit of spit, they won't come out. All she can do is tug at her clothes to cover the stains and ease the embarrassment. Lisa rubs her aching arm and watches the young people coming and going, lost in thought. She used to be a fair-skinned, pretty young girl herself. She once had happiness and dreams she longed to chase. When exactly did she become this person? Now people call her ma'am when she steps outside. Today is their wedding anniversary. Judging by her husband's appearance, he probably doesn't even remember. Lisa looks at the date circled on the calendar. When she turns around, she spots a gift box. She assumes George prepared it for her. But when George sees Lisa trying on the earrings, he practically jumps off the bed in panic. It turns out he bought them in advance for his boss's wife's upcoming wedding anniversary. So he is capable of remembering an anniversary. It's just someone else's. Furious, Lisa grabs George's planner and threatens to throw it into the water. That planner is practically his lifeline. From the hospital director's birthday to every work schedule, everything is recorded inside. If it falls into the water, his job could truly be in jeopardy. But Lisa refuses to back down. She says she could make more money selling gum on the street than he does. She calls him a stingy, spineless man. George, embarrassed and enraged, snaps back.
너 진짜 그거 잘못되면 우리 이혼이야.
In that instant, Lisa feels as if she's been struck by lightning. Her hands tremble, and the planner slips straight into the water. No matter how hard George tries to salvage it, it's ruined. The damage ends up delaying his boss's schedule. He punishes himself by drinking and even slapping himself in guilt. That night, the child suddenly starts vomiting non-stop. No matter how many times she calls her husband, she can't reach him. Meanwhile, George is out entertaining clients. With no other option, Lisa takes the child to the hospital alone. She rubs the baby's tiny feet and keeps whispering apologies, not even noticing she's wearing mismatched shoes. By the time she gets home, it's already past midnight. She sees a stack of payment receipts in her husband's name, a motel, a restaurant. Even worse, a message pops up from her best friend. When she opens it, she sees a photo of her husband with a beautiful woman. Lisa collapses onto the floor, praying it isn't true. But then she receives a message from George saying he won't be coming home tonight. In that moment, the last thread holding her together finally snaps. Looking at the bruises on his face, the man knew he would be sleeping in his car again tonight. Earlier that day, the hospital director had asked him to help move his mistress somewhere discreet, but they were unexpectedly caught by the director's wife. In the middle of the chaos, he accidentally shoved the director's wife to the ground. The director then knocked him down with a punch. Afterward, the director put on a grin and explained that the punch had just been for show. It was only to shut his wife up. Staring at his reflection in the mirror, Jack grew angrier the more he thought about it. He decided he couldn't tolerate this anymore. But the moment he opened the door, he thought about his wife and child waiting at home. So he forced a smile instead. The director returned his credit card, which had already been maxed out. Jack acted like it didn't matter, but inside, his heart was breaking. Not wanting his wife to worry about his injuries, Jack figured he would just spend the night in his car. Unexpectedly, his wife called and demanded to know where he was. All the frustration he had bottled up that day finally exploded.
너 내가 밖에서 무슨 꼴을 당하고 사는지 알아? 걔만도 못한 취급 당하면서 어떻게 사는지 네가 알아! 너 만나서 내 인생도 엉망진창이야!
이혼해. 너무 불행해 우리. 나 너무 불행하다고. 그저 만나는 게 아니었어. 다 되돌려놓고 싶어. 전부 돌려놓고 싶어. 이혼해. 이혼하자 우리.
이혼하자.
One refused to ask. The other refused to explain. They had once been so happy together, but now they were going their separate ways. On the bus ride home, Lisa took off her ring and threw it out the window. Jack did the same, tossing his ring away. But something strange happened. The two rings suddenly began to resonate with each other. Lisa and Jack both felt a tremor that seemed meant for them alone. The two rings then turned into golden dust. The next morning, they were both shocked to discover that they had somehow returned to when they were 18 years old. After traveling back to her 20-year-old self, this full-time mom decided to try things she had never done before. So she and her two best friends dressed up in disguise and headed to a nightclub. But their confidence lasted less than 3 seconds. The three of them immediately ran into a classic dilemma. They were facing a steep downhill path. With no other choice, they braced themselves and started walking down. Lisa took the lead like a warrior charging into battle. Paula and Kayla followed carefully behind her. If nothing went wrong, something definitely would. Their friend was freaking out, and of all people to fall onto, she landed right in Charlie's arms.
내가 이렇게 높은 부분 처음 지나가가지고 경사가 진짜 심해요, 그쵸? 근데 아무 냄새도 안 나.
Charlie simply dusted off his clothes and walked away calmly. Still, it seemed like Charlie might have felt a tiny spark, and Jack happened to witness the whole thing. Even though he and Lisa were divorced, he still couldn't help feeling uncomfortable. At the restaurant, Lisa acted like a curious kid. She saw others waving a red light and started waving it too. She had no idea it was actually used to call the waiter. When the server learned it was her first time there, he asked if she wanted to meet some cute guys. Lisa was more than willing, but unexpectedly, the dean was there as well, and he even set his sights on Lisa as his next target. Soon, they all went into a private room. Pete looked harmless enough. Lisa had a good first impression of him, but Paula could tell at a glance that he was trouble. Still, she gave in to Lisa's pleading. Paula was already a little annoyed. Then the guy sitting across from her mocked her for not being able to handle alcohol. Who could tolerate that? She knocked him out cold in 1 second. They hadn't even warmed up yet. After that, Paula suggested they go somewhere else for fun. As they were leaving, Pete slipped his number to Lisa. He told her to call him next time. Coincidentally, they ran into Jack and his friends again on the dance floor. Soon, they all ended up in another private room. Because Lisa couldn't stand Jack, she would rather stay outside. Jack looked at Paula and thought to himself, there was no way he was drinking with her. But to his shock, his friend Mason actually dared to challenge Paula. Jack was stunned. No matter how hard he tried to signal a warning, no one paid attention. Before long, Jason passed out cold. Then Paula asked John if he remembered what happened yesterday. It's not the drinking you should fear. It's someone reminding you what you did after you were drunk. Turns out John had also been defeated by Paula before. Suddenly, a server came over and said Lisa seemed drunk. It was a full-blown public embarrassment. To get back at Jack, Lisa pulled out the note Pete had given her. She claimed that someone liked her too. But when Jack turned and saw it was Pete, his face instantly went cold. Then Lisa asked Jack, can't we just do whatever we want? But what about our baby? Jack froze for a second. Yeah, what about the child? Just as the whole room fell into an awkward silence.
뭐야 이거?
What could have possibly happened to make two grown men dressed as ghosts cry like that? Since you wanted to scare me, don't blame me for playing rough. I've already been scared once. You really think I'd fall for it twice? Meanwhile, another unlucky guy was still waiting for Lisa to take the bait. Little did he know, he was the one who'd end up scared out of his mind. Lisa smoothly grabbed the envelope, but suddenly, she slipped. Luckily, Charlie rushed in just in time to catch her. Their eyes met, and for a brief moment, something sparked between them. But then the ladder came crashing down. Charlie shielded her with his own body. Seeing that he had twisted his ankle trying to protect her, Lisa was frantic with worry. Charlie, meanwhile, studied the girl in front of him, deep in thought. Elsewhere, Anna clutched her stomach. Oh no, why did I eat so much? Jack pulled out a pair of shoes and teased, if you're that full, we should walk it off. He suggested they go for a stroll. After going back in time, Jack had finally managed to land a date with the girl of his dreams. He could barely contain his excitement the entire way. While they waited for the bus, Anna thanked him for keeping her company. She said she wanted to get to know him better. After seeing Anna off, Jack was so happy he felt like he could jump into the sky. But the excitement lasted only a few seconds. He suddenly spotted Lisa's parents. Even though they didn't recognize him now, they had once spent more than a decade together. There was no way he felt nothing. He especially missed his late mother-in-law. Meanwhile, Charlie watched the tipsy Lisa. Worried something might happen to her, he quietly followed. He even rode the bus with her. But as Lisa stared out the familiar window, she thought about her child again. She broke down in tears. Only after making sure she got home safely did Charlie finally leave with peace of mind.